Today na the 5th day of July 2023. A lot of things happen. Yeah? But could thing happen na the APC camp. Yes. I say beaucoup thing happen there. Yesterday, we talk about the CSOs. We then self want portfolio. But right now, a lot of groups them they go status for go congratulate President Bill on a re-election. Beaucoup groups then they go there. And President Bill can talk to them group then they. Yesterday, the woman them be gather themselves. They say coalition of women in Sierra Leone. And go tell President Bill congratulations on the re-election. And when President Bill be they talk, he talk one or two things then we even throw jab at the one the way look like say no one congratulate him. He not talk directly. But you want for remind and say Salona is sovereign land. Yeah. Is Salon a sovereign land? Yes. That's true. That's true. We're independent. We get a government. We get all the thing them for make we take care of ourselves. My dear, we ain't able to feed the pikin there. We ain't that bigger papa. What you expect? What you expect? It's now the irony for what we can see the administration they gladly. IMF give money, EU give money. Now them believe we don't pass the MCC beaucoup time, and the MCC they count money inside. And rich start to tell you, I remind and say, but we are sovereign state too. Even the time I go, what the last time I talked to Biden tell me say not to they impose. Okay. We ever see how this they play out. We ever see how they play out. Because President Bill no be they talk nothing about that. But you get people them where they provoke the administration right now say, America no congratulate you now. EU no congratulate you now. UK no congratulate you now. Well, Russia don't congratulate Salon. Yes, Russia. And they don't blast the Russia one. I guess America they look with one eye. America they look Salon right out one eye. Say okay, Russia don't tell you now. Congratulations. We do watch you now. You can't be friend of Russia, you be friend of America. Bashing at the hypocrites party. I don't know if you know that. For say they be friend of Russia, they be friend of America. They just the in between. I don't say America. Now we say. Now we on side Andy. So for Russia, you know, the guy said, don't can say congratulations, no. Will they make a giggly? Hey, Russia, don't tell we. America, they watch. Okay, I don't know that Padu wants. Now Russia and Padu want, or America and Padu wants. Yeah, I don't know. But trust me, America and Sabi get them way. They don't tell you plainly. Say, now observers then been get. Eh? Now observers then be get that did it. So, who they watch? We just hope say, Salo make the right decision. Who that party wants. Eh? So you can say, but China they deal with Russia and America. Hey. The deal several if you say China they deal with them to them. Then about the espionage and the spy. Then just sentence one. Now Pantapo. Now Pantap dealing Nandi. Eh? Now Pantap dealing. That's why they say China they support. Now pan business they know what thing they get. But even at that, we come for espionage, we come for spy business. Never and give them. Then some have prosecute themselves. Oui. Na sol la plazas. Oui, na sol la plazas. Eh? Because the president say we are a sovereign nation. They want the other go and talk idle talk. I don't know whether they talk idle talk. Eh? Or is it that we self don't go Security Council? Eh? We don't go Security Council, so we say a big boy now. We can fling back talk party. If they want forget. Eh? If they want forget, say who they sit down now with the big boys. Eh? With the big boys. Now that is. Me man go sleep now one side the day. In a APC man it clear how you did talk. Now that is. Are you Kaya? Oh my, no wait, I want to first I Kaya. Maybe it look like say he lost good. Eh? I finish chef now. Outside they go and outside come out. Ibrahim Eskanu. Are you rich here? Eh? If you come for Canland, you see that small bench and that sit on there. Yeah? Let you get some sense. But if not so then you come for Naya, I'm afraid. If you not control yourself, you not go see this page again. Who will not tell yourself? Eh? Alright. Let's continue. What are they say? We don't need drag this thing. We need for try. I will sort them out. Because every day new one they come on. Every day. And today, President Bio say, any day, anytime, in the beat APC. Yes? You go carry him. Then no say na me talker. I say, President Bio say, in the beat APC. You know they say this self with it. He say in don't go bokusai na the country for campaign. He say campaign say the side the way go APC no go dey safe. Then they say in rig election. But that kind win campaign so. If you be one rig election, not the campaign. Eh? Alright. APC na the word that too. APC na the word that. Yes, them will say anytime, any day, it beat sooner back. Oh, in case una no know. In case una be say una no yeri, me I don't turn up the volume le una yeri. I can't play back una go yeri with the talker. Say any day, any time, it be sooner. So now they go and talk say in rig election. He say in campaign for Spasuna. All len kona they go. Don't na they can't say. He say if him go give him if him go na all len kona then. Eh? Say I say okay, so wait to tell Tenki. Eh? Na big campaign. Alright. Don't be tuna. You say una come back, they be tuna. Oh. The president say, "You know what left and no more to the work way in don't work. You know what left and they no more. But in go back, he still go campaign. Yeah, he still go campaign. You know what left and no more because now the work no more well. But he add campaign day back. Don't they say rig? Okay. Oh, now wait. Now can you register? Na bonyaso. Na bonya na president yo ade. Judiciary salon. APC the last one. Inti abirida na ya for we eh. We APC say the judiciary they not believe them. The judiciary now captured judiciary. Then say the ruling then then they give a captured ruling. Eh? All things are captured. So I mean then they go court. But paralysis they enlist some of the cases them where they don't file, where the judiciary not agree for call. Well, fumble them. Judiciary be call one today, but APC no agree goody. Yes, judiciary call the case where Lawyer Dumbuya of APC been filed against ECSL. Yes, judiciary call the case after election. Yes, you don't go say they not call the case. The case where APC filed against ECSL, not to the result too. Not to the result. But then call the case. It depends on the detail then call her. Then gonna after election. APC not agree goody. Why they not go? Why APC don't go? Because the election done. Then wait till they go verify now Mohammed Kone they go verify the disaggregated voter register list. Now that one they file for. Say they need for give that one before the election. Now the case they call so. Forget that disaggregated voter list. They tell they don't vote done. Now the 10 judiciary say, well, let them cancel down for the case. Eh? How they ruling for Biltan Lake? Now Justice Adrian Fisher. Now be supposed for sit down for the case back. You remember what APC been say? You remember? What you say? Now certain judge them. Now then they give them cases them. Yes, Justice Adrian Fisher. Now be supposed for sit down today for that case day. For the disaggregated voter register list after election. Alright. Well, here you waiting judiciary say. High Court Judge Honorable Justice Adrian Fisher has today dismissed the action brought by the main opposition APC party against the Electoral Commission. The defendants appeared that ECSL Lenkana court, but the APC and the lawyer them they not appear in a court. So wetin the judge do? The judge don't order APC for pay the cost. Yeah. The judge don't order APC for pay the cost for that day. Yes, the city and everything for the appear when they not appear. Alright, so wait. Now go inside and small. Now go inside the how judiciary take the case. Yeah? They go inside this small one. Now go outside, we there. But good thing they today for laying at table. So I go start the latest one. The latest one I do start. Okay. Now this one I give now how judiciary report them. The case na Mr. Justice Fisher na him for sidon param. And between the APC, when are the first applicant, you get Lance Anadumbuya Esquire, second applicant, and na versus Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, first respondent, and the Chief Electoral Commissioner, when are the second respondent. Well, what's happened today? No appearance for the plaintiff. AT2A for the defendant. Hearing date that the 5th July 2023. This that the approved judgment. I direct that copies of this version has added down may be treated as authentic. Honorable Mr. Justice Fisher, upon hearing Mr. AT2A of counsel for the plaintiff and upon consideration of the originating notice of motion and affidavit in support and exhibit thereto, it is hereby ordered as follows. This now Justice Adrian Fisher in judgment. It is hereby ordered as follows. Number 1, that the originating notice of motion dated the 7th day of June 2023 is hereby dismissed for non-prosecution. So the 7th of June 2023, now this case be go to them and then be approve. Say them go sit down param. Well, then can sit down param the 5th of July, APC no come. So because of that, the judge dismissed for non-prosecution. That the cost of this action, they don't assess them to 2 million leons, 2,000 new leons, then in a 2 million, shall be borne by the plaintiff jointly and payable to the defendant immediately upon being served with this order. So this order then go serve the APC, and as then serve them, then for pay ECSL 2 million leons for all them wasting time and get at themselves go court. Alright. That one day are the first one. So because APC be make a list, then put certain cases them where they say judiciary no sidonpa. This can be one of them. Well, judiciary ready now for sidonpa the case. APC no agree come. They no agree for show up. Okay. But before that, Judiciary Sierra Leone say then they debunk wetin APC bin write by them press release. Who say APC say this judiciary na capture judgment then they give. So they not believe them, now make them know they go court. Well, Judiciary Sierra Leone not glad for that. The judiciary has dismissed a press statement by the main opposition APC party. Say remotely then they dictate and politicize the operation of the judiciary. The judiciary described the APC then statement as bogus and an attempt to undermine the rule of law and the independence of the judiciary. An attempt to undermine the rule of law. Say na bogus thing na right. How una go say una list all in cases then they against the judiciary alone. Well, the judiciary alone no can defend themselves. Wetin dem say? Judiciary alone say attention has been drawn with keen interest so that kind labo press statement when at the 3rd July 2023 the rights param where APC when at the main opposition party then pull. What's in judiciary see? Then they try for intimidate the judiciary and ipso facto interfere with the judiciary independence. And it there inside the law, section 123 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act number 6 of the 1991 Constitution. This caliber way where APC leadership want for remotely dictate to the judiciary and try for politicize the judiciary operation, then the team up tranga one for resist them, stoutly resisted, and roundly then for condemn him. All man for condemn him. But now people the way they think right. Now for condemn. Right thinking people. And so judiciary say. As it is a feeble attempt to undermine the democracy and the rule of law. Firstly, the judiciary wish for inform the general public that there is no political case for trial or judgment in any of the courts them from 2018 multi-tier election na the country. You know say APC been say from that last election some cases then they where they file where judiciary today the Chief Justice you don't para not agree judge them for judge the case. So judiciary they say first of all no case no day where they pending where they not on sidonpa for that 2018 election. After the 2018 general elections that was keenly contested between the ruling APC presidential candidate and the main opposition Sierra Leone People's Party presidential candidate, 3 registered political parties filed election petition nationwide. The High Court we don't sit down and determine 31 of the election cases then they. Number of cases filed. Yeah? Listen, and the judges the way they assign them to. Justice A.M.M. Stevens, he gets 12 total case where he be sinompa. 2 case na APC on, 10 case na SLPP on. Justice K. Kamanda, in a 9 case in Sidompa, 1 na APC on, 8 na SLPP on. Justice I.M. Kuruma, in a 10 case in me deal with 5 for APC, 5 for SLPP. So, what did they say? Total case 31. Judiciary now do proper mathematics now. 31 case. APC filed 8 cases. But then writing at 3 cases APC file. I tell ya, I go kelele. I go kelelu. SLPP file 23 cases. SLPP on total correct. But APC on na 8 them file. 2 with A.M.M. Stevens, Justice. 1 with Justice K. Kamanda. And 5 with Justice I.M. Kuruma. But on the total side, judiciary say na 3 cases. 9 APC file. And then pull them more. And then no correct them. And then tweet them back na Twitter. I don't think say somebody proof. Read Naya or check. Or for saying na 3 cases then be sit down pardon and forget the 5. Say na been 5. But then get the SLPP correct. But I'll continue no more. Yeah? So that one day, then tell we say, the one I give you so now, when at 31 cases, We na 8, even though Judiciary is saying na 3, 8 filed by APC and 23 filed by the SLPP. Number of cases filed by political parties and the judges they wouldn't be assigned unto. So now we'll come to the judgment delivered and number of cases won by the political parties. Yeah? Now we'll come to that now. Member say Justice A.M.M. Stevens being get 12 cases. Wobe say he say na typo error. Yeah. Alright. Oh. So nobody know they proofread? An important document like that, nobody they proofread. Alright, loud they go no more. Yeah? I want to pay attention now. You know what I pay attention for? Total cases 31. And out of that total cases they then say APC na 8. Then file. SLPP file 23. So I take them for the real numbers 8. Okay. But they are famulem. Law kando na ya. Justice A.M. Stevens deliver in 12 cases then he don't pardon all and he deliver all the judgments them for the 12 cases. Out of Justice A.M. Stevens in 12 cases, APC win 6. SLPP win 6. APC 6, SLPP 6. They take note of the numbers here, yeah? Then we come to Justice K. Commander. Justice K. Commander beget 9 cases. He delivered judgment for them all 9. He delivered judgment for all 9. Alright. APC win 2. SLPP win 6. And in a 8 not to so. And then we ask for a rerun of 1. A rerun of 1. So then they don't can go to 9. Justice I.M. Kuruma him beget 10 cases. 10 cases now he began. He delivered judgment for all 10. APC win all 10. SLPP lost all. We now the 10 cases so judgment delivered 31 we make and complete, and APC win 18 cases, SLPP win 12. 18 and 12 are 30, and then do a rerun of 1. We make the total number of 31. Let's do a quick disclaimer now. Because when the numbers can they so, it look like say some people then can misroad. You see outside council, nobody need the cost there. Yeah? No loss you track like a derailed train and come for down here. And think to see you come outside of the course. You get right to your opinion, but your opinion get limitation because you get guidelines then here. So when you come, behave yourself. Yeah? The bouncer don't begin doing work self. If you party tell you say you need the CCI and network, just tell and say that the bouncer and take care of him. Eh? Yeah? Come ask say for the put on the screen because most people if you say who know they talk to. Okay. Oh. Eh? The judiciary don't tell me that they don't write boku that in them. When they don't do good for APC. They say they don't do good for APC, but APC failed for tell judiciary thinking. Before that, the one can smear the name. Eh? The one can smear the name now. But let them remind APC. Yeah? Let them remind APC. I need to this today. I they act. Now so you go. Are you come? Now so you go now do. Yes. At 311,000 followers we get. 311,000. So maybe we go must attract fly them. So would they take care of them? Because even though they announced to Nanaya, so we will take a glacier. It look like some money a word. We know ye, would they help you? And let's say this safe. That 3 don't go so. Loud they go no more. Then say APC be failed for commend the judiciary when Dr. Samura Kamara then allow him for travel go to the UK and for proceed with in political campaign against in bail condition na the ongoing corruption allegation case where the anti-corruption be bring against Dr. Samura Kamara. Where then they write all what they write, then say them fail. And for commend the judiciary for that good work they will be do for Dr. Samura Kamara. The APC did not castigate the judiciary when it was magnanimous to overlook the disobedience. So he said the APC no commendo the judiciary when they overlook the disobedience of Dr. Samura Kamara for attend the locus inco visit na New York in breach of the court order where require him for do so. Remember that tell them you go look at that building, the Chancery building. Where Dr. Samura not be go. But when he became a court, Justice Adrian Fisher be ask him why he be absent yonder. But now, judiciary say then overlook where he not been go. And the court be required for do so. The APC did not commend the judiciary after winning a case against Aja Aminata Conte for their party office within a 27 Pulteney Street and Freetown. The matter was appealed and judgment was sustained again in APC in favor. Judiciary say APC not condemn them for that. Commend them for that. Contrary to that statement where APC make, when I look at they lack confidence in the judiciary. The judiciary is comfortable in the knowledge that the general public has confidence pan them work. Public. Judiciary say APC let them talk say they not get confidence by them. But una the public, una get confidence by the judiciary. Not to say be una answer no. Eh? Una get confidence, eh? Then say because it's demonstrated by the High Court of cases instituted in the court by the general public. APC no gree carry case go because they not believe the courts. The court say the people believe them because wetin do, then they count case to them. Not so it be. Una believe the court, I mean una the case go there. Eh? Ana de answer no. La left no. Judiciary say una believe them. I mean that the case go there. Alright. Well, how they go? In the judiciary, the judges master in the law, and we will stick by the same. The judges them. Now then sabi the law. So, steady one. Okay. We encourage the general public to continually trust the judiciary as an independent arm of government and for dismiss the APC press statement. In 2 years, judiciary say in encourage you continually like trust the system na salon for say then na independent arm of the government. They tell you nothing they do. They need to take orders from above. Now wetin the law say, now then they interpret. And so the judiciary say. So I want make you know that. Notwithstanding the APC them press statement, the judiciary has been rated with admiration on international indexes. Yeah. The judiciary in the APC then they talk, say they not believe the courts that capture judgments and they give. The judiciary say on international indexes, the admiration where they for them day a pack boku one where people that they collect for them fine work then they do, including the World Justice Project reports, because of the unprecedented reforms them and the increased access to justice, and they will continue for dispense justice impartially without fraud and favor. Then they give the justice eye for bill, like how the law say. Now so then they interpret them. Yes. Say even if na civil matter, you ain't person na get issue na filling station. Wetin the law say for sentence you for how much years you go. Yes. Even the one where they say Kamaremba. Now wetin the law say, not to nobody tell them. You dey go. They know they take orders without fear. They not afraid force. They not afraid. Alright. I hope so you don't get loud and clear. say then they dispense justice, then they interpret the law, waiting the law say, now so it happen. So for una way they come, I may before you begin call, but large you call, but come on, me don't call the one for you, and I tell you, judiciary say, then you take others from above. So now this happen with APC and Judiciary. Now this happen. Juliet, what did they confuse you again? Eh? Juliet Shama. John, they talk number. What did they say? Me na interpret, I can interpret for me. So now to say, let the judiciary clap for themselves. Eh? Alright. Well, look, can out to President Bill. We don't know the judiciary. President Bill say, any day, anytime, una count APC in the beat back. Bye. President Julius, Mada Unibio, but they are telling them. Then office saying, I me want talk. Tell them because them other one day they feel to say they don't know say Salon and sovereign land, but you tell them, then go your reward.
We meet maternal mortality. We are shamefully low on the waiting service. Yes, it's shameful when they tell you we rank it. Now we are in Afghanistan, Somalia. We government not there. Yes, maternal and infant mortality. In less than 5 years, the WHO don't can check. Say what you wanna do? We don't reduce them by a whopping 60%. If you now another tribe or region you come out, you know woman. I think you for respond positively to that kind of the. If you begin to go school, or you grand begin to go school, or you see school business they go on fine, you know woman. Now when I'm more, they take the brunt of that. Why not the man go grab you go work out, but here you begin when I go so don't go. I think you for respond positively to that. But we still stuck in history to colors and maybe symbols of our parties. I owe them to this nation as a leader. I think not to a lecture, but for also tell we say, if we want to become the Singapores of the world, we need for change how we think and do things. Truly speaking, I'm not the best person, but I have the hindsight. I have been fortunate to lead this country in war and in peace. I don't fight at the battlefield. I don't fight on the table for peace. I fight, for peace. Adenaya, because I'm lucky. Most of the colleagues they die in the process. So why are they saying all of this? Now because we don't have women and I also follow the politics among women. And there are some women forum the group there. The cost whether they cost me, you go feel say me not to give for she because I don't belong to their party. Yes, I know. I'm not a politician. So when I do what I do, now because God ordained me for being I am. Yes, you voted for me, for which I'm profoundly grateful. The honor, the greatest honor anybody could get, and forget the responsibility for leading nation. Today I stand before you, and I'm proud. And we believe in hard work. I have campaigned more than any president who not get at this country. In this campaign, a campaign pass even the opposition we're supposed to go out there. So not just depend on achievements or presidency or say at the go rig na the ballot box. No. If I wanted to do that, I know we go say Mongo. And then we go say na Fuendu. I go say na Bengani, Setier, Dema, Plantain Island. Nobody, no president, no ever do that. But I hope as Sierra Leoneans, we will learn for celebrate and hold good things we will get them than for mourn for them when it is gone. I truly hope, because when it's gone, it's no longer useful. Now, when you get an information, say it deliver. So for me, as a leader, this is not just a reflection. Although I'm still your leader, but I think say if I come over the talk, heart to heart talk. They say I'm not going to talk no more. But because a lot of people don't like for hearing the truth. And the little way I get for say, I make sure saying the truth all the time. The gap, Madam Minister, we say we don't see, because definitely we get a fair way for correct them. In fact, the other one will be worried about, and maybe in correcting this one, now the fact say it is possible that even with the PR system, we would embrace them, even what they do with nomination. It is possible to say we will get a parliament whose side will not meet up the 30%. They are elected, but because of vagaries, yes, we not get them. We have to cover that because the president forget it right, maybe in consultation with the Women's Forum, whose side will not meet that. This is not a half-hearted commitment to gender empowerment, but a full commitment, because I recognize as somebody who want lay broad-based, genuine foundation for sustainable development. You get to address the things that were in your moment of reflection. As somebody who don't lead this country, I left a gap of nearly 20 years. I come back. For able to bring all the incidents together. I'm not going to build Sierra Leone, but I'm going to lay the foundation for the development of Sierra Leone. So when I decide, say, we've been talking, then even then we manifest to 2018, for say, I did make sure, say, we go back among the Committee of Nations, forget we respect and good standing in the world. So when we go for the UN Security Council, everybody will doubt whether we can make it one of the least developed countries. We still the big. But yes, you can beg with dignity. We manage and we create something around we where the stigmas of the past, when they say we are the most corrupt country, the poorest, maternal mortality, this, that, we cleaned them in the past 5 years. Now that make out of 192, now 188 countries vote for you. 188 countries that they vote for you for go back to the United Nations Security Council in the non-permanent category. When you see all of this in just 5 short years under extremely difficult circumstances, you still have people who would not vote that government. Now here we did, where APC tried per MCC, the highest we then get now 49. The highest we don't get in the past five years, now 83%. 83%. And we pass them consistently for 5 good years, 11 good years. The highest we then get now 49. So, why are we voting? How are we voting? Or what are we voting for? You know, we have a lot to do as a nation. When they remind me when they remind me of my responsibility, I'm surprised that they're coming from the women, because I want to use this opportunity to say thank you. They give the accolade to me, but she played a very important role. Her tenacity, diplomacy, and forcefulness, for get things done. When it gets tough, the back out, the back, the commodity force, it disengage and re-engage, and constantly consulting, and when not necessary, they consult, but they work behind the scenes until they give it out. So I want to say thank you to you too for the hard work. It was never easy. As you know, this is still a man's world. This is our world. Now, a peace with the giver. So, for navigate the difficulties, you do a great job. And I want to say this before you complete them, but let them know, say, yes, it did not just come about. It was extremely difficult to get that particular act through, being through. Again, as we say, this is not a lip service to the women of this country. If the umbrella organization, Women's Forum, asks for land, the women deserve it. So that make it just natural thing, we will give them. Again, we don't go through an election. Very idle people, they talk, they want for talk. The last discussion we I get with President Biden was, he said, I'm not the right person to teach anybody about democracy. Those were his first words to me. He said, even as I sit here, my own position as president is contested. This was last year. And why do we celebrate independence? If we truly, they subject ourselves to the validation of other people. Individuals decide their right and they combine them with the state for say the right and create doubt. We can go to this election any day and I will beat APC any day. I mean it. Because we not believe yuki. And I believe, say, I have a message. Irrespective of where you come from, where your tribe or background, we all want growth. And that is the message I have for everybody. Not if I can't threaten you, not if I cost the woman the notification. So for me, if woman the way not they listen to me, then it need another set of ears. Frankly speaking, so me, I believe that I have a strong message, and that is what politics is about. Not about region, tribe, or how you look, No. Now for solve national problems, provide public goods, we will make everybody able to do what he want to do. So we have to keep the peace. But at the same time, I think in defense of our nation, we get to make certain people and quarters know that we are an independent nation. And with everything that they happen elsewhere, we also deserve our own respect.
That's right.
Some of them, they can talk to them, but some people, they talk the wrong thing. And some people, for small money, they sell their nation. So, why we the fight for keep the peace? We're going to get the very important, we're going to have big stakeholders, now for also they talk the right thing. But they know not to government they defend itself. Now the people they say, this is our country.
Yes.
This is your country. You have a right to say it. If you not say them, they keep them, or you subject yourself to the will of other people, then you betray your nation.
Yes.
Me, I don't take oath several times where they enter the military, where I don't be president the first time, the second time, this and the third time. So if not swear, don't start. Yes. Now oath. The Bible kills the lower the swear, and the whole of my hand. So I owe it to my God, my conscience, and my own value system for deliver as much as I can, for protect this nation. I want for make una know, say, nobody not get any other place where you go home.
For protect this nation. For deliver as much as I can. You know, President Leone so. He say any day they beat APC. Eh? Now when money no dey no more for do the election back. If money be there, they could not make come back. Our money no dey na make. But wait so, President baby dey talk. He saying then na woman group there. Eh? You know hear that part there? He said, he then na woman group there, woman forum there. What the president made it na woman group there? Eh? Man, I just want to wait till they do this. Even though what he said and they do, we me, I don't think say right. Because when I don't say they cosa. So president me they na group there. I can't watch them group there already. You don't know any group of me you did together. Eh? Any group but now woman group say me another woman group. Because he says specifically in another woman group there. Eh? The woman group there. Yeah. Somebody can catch me say, now the talk, a mistake talker. Where is he go? Now first they begin taking phone then. Come. Who's group there? Where do we the talk so? Who's group there? I say no, na politics talk. Me the group, take the phone number let watch. He say na politics talk. Because first they begin search the phone there. Say yeah, see who's woman group is she there? I go now woman group number and I go join. You know the man group. Alright. Anyway, now I wait see happy no, but President say the woman group. So una dey na the woman group there. He say because I don't know if na he or she. I don't know because all kind cost they give. Alright. Then talker. He talk a lot of things. Praise himself, all the goodos. But the server confused. Now when they talk about validation of other people and they talk idle people them. We mean to say they want them. May I tell you now what President will mean. They want to go and talk say America, EU, no congratulate President Bill. Now they say forget other people and validation. But by the same statement, now they talk back say APC not able for pass the MCC. The MCC not to validation back from other people them. The MCC not to validation of other people. Like we say APC not agree pass for how long? So what's in different from the other people in the MCC, their own validation, and that other validation when they talk so. But people that they talk like say we not so sovereign. We are. We're not there under nobody. That's no more we can turn for big. Password can turn for big. Nine. Go for beka. But MCC validation is right. Idle people. Idle people. He say why we will get independent self? If we na the talk show need them validation and they. Why we need it? For not forget say we are an independent nation, a sovereign land that we love, Sierra Leone. Right. From APC, I tell you the thing Mokun. Yeah? Because some uno escape me. From APC the yun, and so tape end up now. Any day President Bio they beat APC. So I go tell them. We'll talk about the validation. The one they will not agree for, congratulate them. And say let them try no, it's they wait for bar. On a report. I mean like Africa. They all long congratulate. Yes, Usman Toli, get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, AAA, for having me. And also, I will thank Osfred for the analysis. I will try for make and quick. Me go start with the diagnostic and the synopsis. In other words, what are the real cause of the problem? That I will start with. One of the major causes of all the problem here now because we give the president too much power na salon. The president is very, very powerful. And simply because they don't neglect the responsibility. When I say they neglect the responsibility, it just means say we politicians them. We then in a power, then they forget their own responsibility. In other words, we then in a power, then they forget say tomorrow, then get for the in opposition. Now the consequence then this. I don't want to bother not too much with the court, the judiciary report in terms of past cases then, because we see say some discrepancy inside. But maybe we know to legal-minded people then, because I just wonder how APC they go file 3 cases then they go win 18. And when it comes and they abandon cases then, when Abo and Kenema, we see say clearly the figures then tally. In other words, what in the judiciary they say the cases them where APC file in a court, all the cases them they don't try them, they don't decide on them. Except the one that when them file in Abo and Kenema, now then cases and they then abandon. In other words, APC abandon those cases, so now make them cases and they're not able to try them. summarily, now that thing they talk. So let us delve into the issues then. As I've been saying clearly, one of the main reasons why we get in problem here is simply because we make the president very powerful. And what's in the reason behind all this? Because the politicians then they neglect their responsibility. The 1991 Constitution is far overdue for a review. Both SLPP and APC are to be blamed. These are the two main political parties in our country where they don't rule longer than any other party we would think of, apart from the REF and NPRC. Now the parties in this way they don't rule that country today for a very long time. But as I say no more, when and then a power, then we say now the best time. So then they neglect their responsibility. When things go against them, at the time that they know say, oh, we know they do the right thing. Let's just draw our mind back. Why I say the president is too powerful in that country today. You go imagine a situation who say most of the appointment in that country today, now the president they make. And in the fire, we don't see who side the president, he sacked the auditor general, now so he left off. We don't see who side the president, they appoint judges them. We don't see who side the president. In one way, now they appoint the net commissioner who we call the ECSL. We don't see who side the president. Now they appoint Minister of Justice and Attorney General. We don't see who side the president. Now so many appointments at that country day. So then they become very powerful. That is why a good number of the public believe say this constitution, this 1991 constitution, needs to be reviewed. But when they talk about NTR, people don't really know the implications. Now we they begin to see the implications of some of them TR what they talk about. If you get all them power here, it's possible. You go, they become authoritative. Now that's what they see right now. Now let's take una back to the main issues then here. You say it is important for let them review that constitution day. And time without numbers, I think that this very platform would only talk this, even to a point where I say would always up a campaign for let them try for review the constitution. No say under the previous government, an attempt was made for review the constitutions, that 1991 constitution, but they never complete. So now that we see what they go on, what they unfold, clearly it don't send a message. Say something needs to be done. All what we see so now because of lack of confidence in the financial institutions. We not trust the institutions then. And what is the reason why I make the institutions then strong is simply because part of the problem is simply because the constitution will fail for review and will make the president become very powerful. If the citizens, department, agencies, political parties, if they not trust the judiciary, believe me, now the consequence then is what they see. Because then they think now, say, if we go court, how we go? Whose chance will stand? Whose chance will stand? So, therefore, it is important for let them try for look into them tier, especially in terms of the appointment of the ECSL. electoral commissioner. I think say that will job they not for left in the hands of the president. The appointment of even the ACC, Anti-Corruption Commission, I believe to a very large extent, that particular commission, it will be independent. Now, I listen to the president, they talk about why we for allow the international community or other international institutions them or can't tell you what we do. A little bit baffled. Baffled in the sense that this is not the same president where we rely, or we country to a very large extent, rely on donor. It's a donor-driven country. In other words, our existence to a very large extent depends on donor. And we are the donor countries that most of the time we see the role where the EU they play in that country in terms of building bridges, in terms of road construction. So for counting up the talk, Bogo, I think just a little bit shocked. Another example, let's talk about the MCC scorecard where they talk about. Where I believe say that now from the United States of America. We all know, say, we expect the compact. I think where it come up to nearly $400 million, which is a lot of money, where they bring about a transformation of that country. So for the president for come out talk say, you don't get why we for pay attention to the institutions, they are the internet. I think he get for be ashamed of himself. Because we're not able, not that we not get the resources, we not rich enough, the country not rich enough, but because of the same activities of these politicians that they make we own country, we country them very poor like how than they so today. So to a very large extent, we rely on donors, we rely on support of the international community for drive we forward. So I believe say it just they talk, but I don't feel say it really mean what they talk so. But I don't want all or not too much. We want peace in our country. And believe me, all in talking the way they talk so, if we don't get peace in our country, development no they can't say. We at this platform, we they call on the peace channels then for let them intervene. Because although people in the talk say if APC don't participate, it don't make a difference. But it makes difference. You know why? Simply because for democracy to exist, it need an opposition. It need an effective opposition because it provide what we call checks and balances. It checkmate the excesses of the government. And we know say the APC did very well in the last parliament. We know the 5th parliament of the Second Republic. So this is why we need an effective opposition for ensure say the checkmate the excesses of the government. So we call on all the peace channels them. When I talk about the peace channels, we know say they may not form the peace and national cohesion. We want them on board. And yesterday we see the CSOs them will talk. Yesterday, we also they call on them for let them come on board. We also believe say we got religious leaders then at that country day. Let them come on board. All the peace channels them, let them come on board. Now we find a solution as to how we will move the country forward. Because at the end of the day, believe me, we need a solution to the problem. Because we want to move the country forward. At the end of the day, if anything happen at that country day, and the poor one and they suffer. Most of them people are where they make big talk this, talk that. When it can't think camp and come, then they fly out of the country for some of them. When then they feel the pinch more, and the poor citizens them. This is why we just want a way for resolve the situation and move the country forward. We know the cost of conducting another election is very expensive. The other day we listened to His Excellency the President talk about how 95% of the funding come from the government budget, which is a lot for a country where already they struggle economically. So if we go conduct another election, it's a bit expensive. It's a bit expensive for the country. But what do we want as citizens? We want a table settlement. Anybody where they preach war is not a good citizen. It's not nationalistic. It's not patriotic. A patriotic Sierra Leonean, they think about the life of the citizens. They think about the love we get for in country. They think about the youth. Beginning where they go to school. All of them one in day where they preach war, you get for think twice. This is why we call on the peace channels them. To be honest with you, when it comes to peace, we not expect international organizations them for calm. They only to intervene when there is war. I mean, experience don't tell you. We for able to settle this within ourselves. We for able to settle this within ourselves. And whether APC ready for partake or not, but we need an effective opposition. Already we don't see the PR system is not good for the country. Clearly, you go see. Because all other political parties have no representation in parliament. Even independent candidates not stand a chance. If political party not stand a chance, how will the independent candidates stand a chance? So if we not get independent candidate in that parliament, all the other political party, the other small one them, they not get representative in that parliament. So only and solely, we will only get the SLPP party in a parliament, which is not good for democracy. It's not good for democracy. And at the end of the day, who say APC not they take part, we they see a lot of propaganda. We will see a lot of protest. We they see we can't just go beyond. There's no way where that government go able effectively govern that country today when the opposition not go ready for give the effective opposition we need in a parliament, we need in the country. So once more again, I think the main cause of the problem rests both on the APC and the SLPP, because these are the two political parties who don't rule that country the most. They give the powers to the president so much so well that they forget say, one day then go there in opposition. And when they need the opposition at the time when they cry foul. But it's all this. If we're not in a power, una member say tomorrow go for the in opposition. Una go member say this law is not good for this country. Law we amend them. This one is not good for this. Law amend them. This one is not good for this. Law amend them. Tomorrow that same law they no will come back and bite you. This is what we are seeing now. This is what we are seeing. That's the bottom line. So for crown it all, yeah, una then at the social media, una the preach war in our country, talk a lot of nonsense. Yeah, we call on una, let una stop. We get brother them, we get pikin then they go school. We get we small one then they go school. We get family there yanda. People and they suffer already economically. Yeah, we not stop. Yeah, we beg on them. They call on the peace channels them. Let them come inside. Don't find a solution. We will solve this problem so that we will get proper democracy in the country. So I will stop here. I'll give chance to my fellow panelists them. Thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to everybody who is listening to this program. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, Alpha, what you get for we, sir?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I hope I sound audible. Okay. I want to say big thanks for to Mr. Tolly and Usfren. For me, first of all, I'll start with the Judiciary and the APC. Like seriously, you see what the Judiciary they do. The reason why they carry the case go to court now before like they get justice before the election. But now wait till the election don't know. I tell now they call for and declare justice or for can give verdict or listen to this both side of the case. You see you see the kind of they happen now we country. The same thing Charles Madake, same ECSL go na court before the election, and the purpose where ECSL go na court now as a result of when they disenfranchise and what I mean by that, they not give opportunity for making campaign. We didn't see the court call this case until now. Now we can't call the case. Then why? What did the man get the case going to court for? Now for making get an opportunity for get a fair trial or a fair judgment for making winning, they go able for like a take part in the campaign. So for me, you see this now. Usman just say, Mr. Tolly, with judiciary they're not independent, and because they're not independent, now this now we result the way they get. And the thing where they fail for realize the salon where media today, not to the salon now. Social media, people they learn, people they study, people are exposed. So any small thing where they do, you know what's going to happen? It's easily be seen out there by the public. And not only the public alone, but the world as large. So that make when you see this election get a whole international eye on we. Now, because of them kind here, if we institutions that be independent, we don't go Paris kind of that. When Madabiomi win the first round, before the Mara, in fact, during in swearing, you see the international community present day. They make statement. They appreciate everything. The international community make statement of the election. Say if we fair, yeah, incredible. But this same international community, on the other hand, now matter be they try for downplay, say then get their own problem. Now we don't know what they want for put hyper, then get this and get that. But again, now we check with economy. We economy na salon now if don't not give we not strong. Yeah, even if we raise funds, we raise tax, we're not able to sustain ourselves. So what did happen? We depend on the international community. So if the international community frown at we, it's about to happen, no problem for we. It's about to happen, we're not able to sustain ourselves. So at the end of the day, we get for no matter how we triangulate, we help for dance to the tune of the international community. So for me, for like the SLPP try for downplay the role or the strength of the international community, I not see it. What make us not see it because we still depend on them. We still want to let them money. Right now, the MCC compact money when they talk, but they still want some more. If they don't want to let them tell say they don't want some back. Which all when they talk, it still measure say APC never pass MCC it. What's in that they cost? Now international recognition, now international accolade. So if you think say the international community not important, then why you they bring them inside you talk? You know they downplay them at one side, then you want for take glory, say well they acknowledge you or you don't do well. Now that make. Let's go back, just like Mr. Tolly they say, we need peace. You're not going to send people for go talk to the APC like the Alpha Can and the international inter-religious council, then people and they. Then you the kind of media, you the kind of show what they call, they lambast for them back. You want peace really? If you know say you can operate without the opposition, then go ahead. You say you beat the opposition anytime. Then why this why now you not make ladies still run free and fair? Yeah, I know something like that. I don't know. Maybe this is just politics. Yeah, now they call politics because you don't see the real thing, so you turn them the other way. I go back to like Marcel Asamba in court. They say salon the politicians there. Then they say the wrong so. Then they force and long it's good for make you accept them, and it's not good. It's really not good for we. You see, so for me, with the call for peace now we country, When they call for God make Salone move forward. I think that beyond takes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Alpha.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, Ezekiel. What you get for we, sir?
Thank you so much, Triple A. Thanks to the panelists and to all listeners. First of all, I want for definitely see President Bio during the campaign. He tried for reach a lot of places, especially opposition strongholds. Now that's really we want for let it happen when it comes to democracy. You want for go na a places where you feel say they know they support you that much. When you frequently and you tell them a lot of things that way you plan for do, you they educate the people them for let them understand what in this democracy mean. Unfortunately, they not allow that for happen with the opposition for let them go now their own stronghold and preach their own message. And this not the service to the people away, then they not that community. Even if you know say they not go vote for the opposition, but let them go there so that then go give them some information. We then go able to hold them accountable in case they win. You know, we really want this democracy for work. We get for allow people and for go na a places, let them go meet the people them face to face and tell them. And this they go now to most places who sound una be the drive opposition leaders there. Now una self una they punish because una one believe say now that one person way una sabi now for do everything. It not be don't happen before. Una still get bridges who side bridge supposed for day. Una still get good roads who side good roads supposed for day. Allow people and let them come. In fact, that will make the one way where you know say if I take care of you, if I give you promise, where you go hold them, reliable on that promise. Say, if I don't vote for that stranger, we vote for you. But hey, now time they can't do so. What thing they happen? But una not allowed the opposition and other groups and for let them can't tell you what thing this country capable for let them play leadership for provider for una. It's not fine. Now we self would they punish. What would they say democracy? Lord, we allow everybody let them can't tell we what they want for do. In fact, you will get time for ask question. But because we don't so tied down, every time somebody show up now, that's no more would they dance. We know they ask no question. We talk over and over. Una get question for them people. You are not to dance time this. Una ask them about some questions. What did them plan for do? Like una no get no say. The only time now for just go vote, you not get no saying. That time, waiting, they can't tell you what they want for do. You say for put up some things the way you need. No, they don't know everything. Like wait and don't left, so you know when then they come back. Wait, say 2 months for let you vote for them again. Now the 10 then go come. Then come back and begin talk. You wait then at you place. If somebody can, you want can make bridge. Sometimes bridge not doing at the main thing where the money. Now that 10 day una for don't tell us that this year we want force. We'll take care of this, then we jump on the other one. But una not allow any other voice for come and give competition to the one who una believe say now una own. In ego mona because if they take una careless, it not see no competition there. Una self now una fetch for let other people and no come. It not even tell una, it not even enforce say yes, wait and can una do this. He not even tell una allow young men there, then come and drive other people away there for don't can't tell you say, hey, you deserve this. If he say in a family member to you, una make sure he provide this. If you not provide with a provider, when you get that competition voice, you go do something. So you know, even the idea say it can beat APC anytime, we already know. People know the ground level. Other places they not allow. Other groups there for good day, and would are responsible for that day. You know, now you wait in charge. I mean, what we they talk now, would they say the president get too much power? Then they not to salon no more. Now yes, being the president get enormous power, even with all the things that we then get in place. Some things then they way they left a hang, hoping that the man way they come as president, he go act morally. say no, this party are not for do am. Even though the law not say are not do am, and not go do am. But we see last time when we get a president we not care about anything that they. You see how he play nepotism. He can't with you picking there for let them can be part of the government. When it be say everybody knows say even though you not there inside the law, for say you not for do am, but on they obey by moral. And then way that happen, you see how then they adjust for make changes, for add some things, and they will go this slow down any rogue policy way they can do. Now so democracy for day. We not go ever get 100% at the beginning, in the middle, but waiting always good from the one that we the land from. Then they always make that changes. Sideways and don't feel say this one I will be pass and try but this party it not look like say if we not put something we get guy way one really obey moral behavior, it will do something. So then put small thing there, at least we go slow and down. Now so if for continue for happen. Every time we find out say this side are not too good, Lord, we try for make changes. Remember, silver blinding we been the tout Pakroma as world best. He announced and we begin to get angry. What he mean by world best? And today we say he did. What he in the do today against that world best. So Usman Toli was right. We then have power. Everybody no care. They feel say everything good. The moment thing change, now the time you go begin see everybody they come out now out of the woodwork. If you say, oh, this side I not doing right, this side na bad person, this right now, everything na kumbaya. So do ya una day in leadership, una help the country, una help the country for make sure say thing works for everybody, yesterday I be talking, no man is an island. For say Bambayo, you get everything. They ever work. America is still defend lifetime countries for let them work together. So then they just circle talk where they talk. But the reality is even the circle talk these days where they talk, it go far and wide. So Mr. President, beware of the things that way they say even in a corner, because the reality is like them people, we can't go without them. We're not able to go any side without them because there's so much things that we're not able to do nothing. We're not able to do nothing. Which company, even the one for make road, we get any Sierra Leone strong company up we from Sierra Leone, everything where they make road? No. Today we not empower any company out of Sierra Leone, where not Sierra Leone and get them where they make road. So this idea of we not for listen to them idea now they can't cry for let something happen. So anything we is good. Obviously we know one law we listen to international community on every little thing. Now make with all the talk now when we empower the institutions and people from the country, we go able to begin for team up on we own. But when we not do it end up like the way how it is. Every day we rely on them for let them help we, for let them give we things that we need for law we carry on. And so right now we want everybody in this country for come together in certain aspect. We know say it not go be 100%. It not go ever be 100%. And also I want to let you relax a little bit because no matter what you do, President Bill, you not go get everybody support. This anger of people that way you feel say they're supposed to vote for you or support you, they know they support you. You need to calm down. Even during the campaign, you go some places, woman, they for vote for you if they not vote for you. No, democracy, sir. Not democracy. No, no matter, Alex, if you not 100% good person, people and they wait and go the opposite side. Why? Because now democracy. So man, no matter what, now SLPP. No matter what, just like APC, no matter what, some people na APC. So if you know that, you therefore release your anger about would I not vote for you or woman the way they know they for vote for you. So focus on making impact in the country so that everybody will begin feel better in this country. Thank you so much, Triple A. God bless we all.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You don't get good connection now?
I think so.
All right, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to tell all the guys in before me, thank you very much. They all make a very good submission today. To me, at the start with President Bio. President Bio in speech or in meeting where Holy the woman that I see a couple of things. I see an angry man, I see a petty man, I see a grumpy old man get off my lawn. Because why you don't win? You don't win. Even the time where the Kennedys that be famous, no president not the way they win 80% or 90%. First day we say where everybody will vote if I write name on the paper will vote back. So that if you name not the day, you kill them all. But enough will happen. You don't forget 90%. And for the fact that say you not go on a rerun, that alone tells you say the people and then decide. That's it good enough. That 56% now enough message where that sent to you say the people and then decide all what you for they do now, when you talk to them, I want to tell them all thank you. You will not vote for me? Thank you. Because the reason is you do your civic duty. You go vote. You will vote for me? Thank you too. Now we need to move ahead. Let we all unite for the betterment of this nation and let we move this nation forward. Now so a grown up they talk. Now grown up, that's why they talk. This guy they talk like this guy is very petty. This guy always they behave like say salon in my chief compound in the dinner and the chief win am in the kingdom. Now everybody not there for vote for you. Now only a grumpy old man get off my lawn, man, they behave like that. You for appreciate. 2012, you not win, you get 40 something. 2018, you go into a rerun. You still win by a slim margin. Now you win by a huge margin. Look the amount of parliamentarians that we get. That alone a clear record. Look, even the man will run for your party now freedom. If not true the numbers them will because if on Akisoya get something for say with that. Like very slim margin. That alone for make you thank the people then. Tell them thank you. Not the way nitpick again. Say what you really want to 100%. Whose world where you live in? People that need for the talk to this guy. In another work show. In any democratic dispensation, you need to get 80%. You don't even get 70%. So what in this man? Now not time for reconcile. Now not time for reach out. But if they act like that serviceman, we get left between him, they want home the other man. Now, take the left between you and the now and and give him a good hug. If you know how hug you know how hug them, that's your prerogative. Nobody had to force you. But you know, then after India, then you talk about the country unite on which side you want me. You want let the country unite or you want for pulling it? Move on. You don't win that either. Don't swear you in. You did it for 5 years. That never for change. APC not going to change that because in Africa we dey. Even if in America, where you see them swear Joe Biden in, I don't care what Donald Trump is doing. Because they just to get life and people. Which some of them will still believe after 2 years, they will still believe say they come back. I don't know side they bring the name. Because they will just continue for smoke whenever they will smoke. The law come to the judiciary. You know, then people there, they do the same thing in the last government, where the government after the government, APC government. The time where they restrict people the movement for 2018 election, whether judge file a lawsuit against that, they not cut that judge then, even though now it don't set a precedent where Madam you not do we tell and thank you for that, what you not do on this past election. But that guy they be filed that injunction because of that particular election so that people that be for move free. But the judge did not sit under that case. So then Georgia, when they keep talking, then Georgia, now Godre, then guy and then keep really PC because we don't go sit down at law school or we don't know nothing about law. But some of we then come to here, oh, the law not they far from it because hey, especially America, you know how many court TV that we get? If you want to know anything but court, now if you go to court, just turn the TV on. Take all type of court TV, murder case, small claim, child support, whatever case where you want to listen, where you want to watch. You want to read court books them, law books them, you don't need for go to library anymore. So then they act like say we don't know what to do. How somebody go file case for the thing, just like what in Alpha say. Charles Magai file a petition there for make the allow him for make in campaign. Then go come 5 or 7 months from now, then they go say Charles Magai win the case. What would you use for that job for do with Charles Magai? He not file a petition there for 5 months. He file a petition there for make una answer in case right away, and they're supposed to do them. They're supposed to respond in 2 to 3 days, whether they put an injunction to the people or force them for make they allow the guy for campaign. They're not doing 6 or 7 months later, they're going to do it. Because me no say, the reason why make them do Charles Magai that, 2 weeks before the election, Charles Magai go sit on a 98.5. Now they cost David Francis. He tell her all about the book with the game make money. He tell them all how him be write letter to BO, tell her say this ECSL guy not qualified. Because if they take money na the cofer, why them for hire them? According to Indy Charles Magai, he said that the reason and that make the fire them. So they get that grudge because the people in the world the whole grudge. Now pay the people them. Now people hold the whole grudge. Where not like 5-year-old, we carrying football, go na playground, where they card and take the ball, he cry. Mama, that petty to stop. Therefore, don't cut down man in case before the campaign, they go far. So that the man will able to get up for go campaign and convincing people then, saying the men are the right person. They're not wrong. You know, now that they can't brag, say they cut all APC, they kill them. For life. We all know it's a way APC file the injunction. We then file the own, then cut and right away 90 SLPP the power for let them remove the 10 parliamentarians. APC they own missing under the one that would themselves file against another SLPP member of parliament. They're not sitting to that. They're not sitting to that. Then they can't sit down and how they like the people. Like say we crazy. But now the thing is what they say. A lot of them things here will they talk about. When you say something they read, Musa all go back. 1991 Constitution. Now the thing is why they tell me brother Al, I understand it's not to the first Constitution this. It's not going to be the last one, but this particular Constitution, this 1991, now it don't cause problem right now under this democratic dispensation. I need to talk about doing the check-in term, but this democratic dispensation, all the bad laws and the bad habits, the bad things that really happen. They're all because look at all the things that were the people that they quote now from the 1991 Constitution. Even within the judges and they talk this, the judiciary they talk according to the law, they mention 1991. Everything. So I don't know why anybody for defend this 1991 Constitution. You know, now they all the bad this thing need for review and change. Then they spend $8 million, they not do anything. Then why about not going to do nothing? In fact, it matter. First of all, if they do anything, maybe it matter now 1 or 2 things will change. Just like what you do the last 5 years. It changed the death penalty, then it do the libel law. Then in guys that they can jump, see like a big deal. If you left to me, we not need what you need for change the libel, the death penalty for. Whatever don't kill. Whatever don't kill. For when last they kill somebody, when last they put somebody on death row, when last. They don't need for change them. So then it make it as a big deal. I mean, not a big deal. But it go look back for 1, 2 things. It changed. Instead of them looking to the entirety of the Constitution, let everybody get an input. Let everybody bring their own living where they get that table, whether you're a lawyer or you're not paper in the cell. The old man bring the only road because the constitution are for we, not so for them. The 500 we see them. Not for we all, the 8 million, if not 8 million, sir. Not for we all. But they make constitution where they give 100%. So why you feel say then things that will happen at the country not going to happen? Because if na the one we don't hire, because the thing is, may not be even facing a bad thing for making choose because yes, if na happen. Now the president na they choose the attorney general now. Now the president get on up except for the election people now, yeah, they go state by state, you know. But the people then even that's what they talk and they're not perfect, but they're honest. Most of them honest because they know say if you do bad, FBI will investigate you. If they find you liable, you don't go jail. If former president na India about for go jail, so you don't go jail. If they find out say you do anything gross negligent towards your party, you don't go jail. But that never happen in Africa. So if we give them this power to one person, so just like yesterday, what have you say? We they blame with journalists them. We they blame we CSO them. I mean, them people that need not for blame them because anytime when they say something, they go jail, they go beat them. Look, them woman journalists who them go beat for nothing. Marabi Yosidon they beat woman they be now. The same woman the way they talk to so today. The same woman the way they talk to so today. In Sudan, then they beat in bodyguard and they beat woman they be now. Journalists them we not do nothing. They not say anything against Barabi. But in Sudan, they watch them beat them and they not discipline them guide them. In fact, now small money they go give them. So how do you expect them when people like you say then journalists there, then they talk, then they wait no more. Me, I'm not saying them people there na party business. Then people there they fight for their life. Because we see what happened in the past journalism. Thomas More, what in the do to with this government, Mahmoud Tinkabo, we see what in the do to during the APC government. Because I'm not going to say again for that young man who died, Samura, what in the do to. So how would they blame them guy here? How would they blame CSOs and would they blame journalists? We see how them party are what they do to them. We see what they do to them. You go you blame them, but let them say anything. We not they blame them all. What I don't see so now, and let them blame no journalist will not say anything. I said Assembly over the talk. Now they exile. For no reason, they want to put the lady exile. Just because he said the truth. Because we take power and give one person. No, I almost the exile. So. Look to under what they don't damage, they don't beat. For no reason. But we change this constitution. Take them power here from one person. You don't need all the power here in one. Why would I do what you not do? Let God help with me, brother. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. It is a
Thank
sickness.
you very much, man. Yes, friend. What you get for we? Quick answer. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, Triple A, for giving the platform, and thanks for talking through, and thanks for bringing all this to the line regarding the stateway APC and day regarding the outcome of this election. It's critical because all man they see waiting they gone, but waiting that go mean to them, it will hard for tell. And as in give statements they out of waiting they feel it go hard for tell. But we don't see all the party they all being get away with them all in the campaign in favor of all of them go get their own message for pass. And we don't see that method they don't come up and how they all get up the outcome. You get some they will deny, but the point is state will not see Salon at the moment now a big United States. So because it actually be a kind of a way it is find out say we don't get this United States. And what you don't bring the way some of the campaign method with all the different parties we see how them come inside with them different method, but they aim now for let them all go in. You didn't get the one that we would talk say well now with the campaign against then wire. What about inflation? What about this the happening justice? What about the tribal way? And then the others embargo turn and they say this not the same way, not tribal way, or not the way then they treat we. and the inflation. So it come down to them all being getting on way what they be hold on to for campaign. And but the point will be happen because the people then don't say thing not work well, then get the one that would they say, well, for us it's okay, but a party area. But in that area there now we don't what you observe now more of the people because he look more because one how them they cope with the society more, especially when you look the other question say now in a youthful nation we get and we'll not get too much of an aging group we don't they but we know the percentage of that aging group but also we know see that the youthful population they grow and when they get back the elderly population will get for come out like the line of work. But the youthful population, nine people for don't they look to how they look into that, they all campaign with the youthful population back. All man take the youthful population, say, well, we'll do this, we'll do this. But the point of the ideas, because when the way the people in they cope with the society, now that one day Boku not be able to understand. You see how you they live or how this they go on a your area. But now, because of that side there, you would begin to see now, all man decide for get in own way for getting your opinion for let you believe. And how they believe most of the time, it not missing a true factor, but now because during this process, so all the year they go, all man taking your message, he bring up, he make your opinion, and that opinion now you find out say it bring up hatred between the one that now they campaign for this side and the one that will campaign for this way. Yeah, the one that will the right, this way, APC and this or the junior party and they. But this now the thing will be happen. And during this problem, they get the challenge will be faced with the media. So if you begin the question, I'll say now look we now the judge will get the military. They'll get the judiciary. But the judiciary, when we don't see how them party when they come inside, how then they put back then your own appointment and then get the one way now the selection process. You see, they look a stage they can't then go make say now they elect you. But before now, we don't see how this PR system can now the one who they select you selectorate, the group of people that you get for obey one of the party, then they select you, put you on, then the citizen can elect you, and then now they will find way for appoint you inside. So the one that they appoint the one they get for give back. So at that point, they don't divide so much with the fact that when they try for bring let people understand. But this now what they ask say now you as a leader that they work this way, they say I get for see I will do for a nation. So most of the questions that the leader will expect for do this. But if a leader he gets the areas always okay, the judicial nominees there, the law side where they supposed to be making and nominate people and they did it, not people them where then they nominate for say actually not nominate and not go to vote for let this person here if he fit this job. That's not there. So that they always ask, say, oh, the judicial is independent. Yes, of course. That's not in principle where they put them. But what did they make the person who they go do that work? That's not the area now. So now more you the nominator, but when you nominate a single nomination, say you nominate and they approve. So you nominate and approve. So nomination and approve, now you don't know the character. But because of maybe in behavior where you get, or that moment they not possibility, because we see the process of what did happen now. Watching the judiciary try for tell we say now, when we they work clearly, anybody where they are just a performing function, and will afterwards say the one who been there when are not been they get say APC they complain now before they can the media will say well the what APC say for say they're not justified or they don't look one the judge the judicial section of all the case then go then put back long facts them. So they come with another set of facts, they come with an idea where they sell back. What's that the idea where the judicial sell again? Then they try for sell to the public and without the listen they see. Now, then where the one where they be elected, they not be the border. Even they pan the case, when now the case have been suspended. So some of the cases are so and so begin to show you the stages them. But this along, then begin to show you what things they don't do good and what they don't do this. But you are in a compare some of the case, who side they get something when a national issue. A national issue, side people and get different opinion there now, and the different opinion they would don't cause that. Now the same leaders they do the campaign message. And you see more of the one they will get the opportunity for start the race, how they're able for spread their idea. They use abusive methods, say they bring it and say, oh now abusive thing and they cause this. Well, like it's not like the wall of Jericho. Because of the sound, when it just the holla, the wall of Jericho they broke. The reason why I can always bring this, that's they use now cost business, then why and deeper. So the cost no go cost development, we know the justified cost. But some of the things that you say they facts and they because when you go ask the man now, okay, you from which done now, which time we don't see cost don't make you able grab can at table for cancel. Why you not able to do this? Why that for stop you? So you as a leader, you know go listen, you focus on development. Because when development, the way they happen, the equality, that group, who say you don't put that gap, when you see people and not reach up meet that gap, they all the fight for return middle class, who say person will live average life, where you go big say they talk to the real what they call hand to mouth, and from that hand to mouth, you get reserved for at least you will get the immediate things, they're not for big thing now. In next house time they go. But all this, it comes to honor the leaders. Instead of why they bring some of the message there, it just focus on your campaign message with the bring development. So the things are more when they can bring the fact to them, when they try follow believe in this process, I can cause one of the things back who can lead you to this. But all comes down to you as a leader who will stand there for saying that this I stand for the judiciary like independent, not to nominate to nominate person for like but nominate they allow back other people for nominate. So that would get a lot of nominees who decide the character of person who for there. When you see the issue, before we give an example, say like today, what is I see an example about the judge who died and want for change law for say now would they change a law wherein would they begin to make clear the judicial law independent so that people then go able for do things who will tell them, look now Israel, then we don't get this na Israel. Today I see Reuters there this late evening. Then the Leone police chief police he resigned just about this evening because before the police, the one that would know the left right for Benjamin, the Israeli man, because even though they come but not force and follow in no can at the power. He push, he do all kind of things, he change law, he push this, he say well now because the court be on the pressure and say make it go to court because of this, he get case and get this and what thing they do. But when I try for say here, they try to incite the police there. For let them go arrest and do a heavy-handed policing. But Petrol at the talk, so I don't know if they don't come on at the street of Tel Aviv, the capital of Israel. They're still there. The alternative man is the police man do. The big boss, he left, he resigned. Because that's they tell him to do. Because the people in London demonstrate for quite a while for this same independence of the judiciary. Now, he won't change the law, so the powers that we get, they don't get power for even do anything to them. So then they said they bring me to another area wherein the law book wouldn't can call a constitution, wouldn't then get for try, then reach to the end of doing this. We know say back, the citizens be involved, but almost citizens involved in that policy making of that constitution, say it will make up something when a law book, we like in guide on a guide one. So that here we bring, would they make up something where we say this thing is independent because we forget the right person will get that character. Even when they change them, the policeman, oh well, they can resign because I don't see, they don't can tell me if we go use heavy-handed at this now other thing will happen because already we get problem with Pakistan, Palestinian or this. But the point what they say is how character of person in a then place where they accept say this are not going to allow that change because at the end of the day things no will work tomorrow the way it will be. The fact is that You change as a politician, and they can't change our own way for think for thing as well. They take when the facts did it. So I think you see the judiciary and they come and you expect you see now we own country now what's going to happen now? Then they tell us now we want to make all man come together. We want them we all come for now we go pay. You were able to do this come on board. Okay, they announce them. But as people in the beginning, they look now for way where them go see well, Lord make way for Lord will go there, Lord think how they go there. During that process back, you see, when I own that particular group of people that we say when I want to call them, say like the SFP and they call others them for come on board, you go see few individuals back because of character, because you know we either sabi diplomacy talk, you go call all along, even take to the president. He will still the point finger see, na then wire. Well, na then wire, who are the one that now we go able for use and welcome with those facts. Because you divide them still, you still tell them. You see an example today now, radio democracy. At some point, for the first time I see a Saptio Calon. He said, well, what did they do so at some point? Not facing the add Saul, that was very well. He said, you know, if he said you drive for call, like in the Alabama, they go, like when they do a scarecrow, you know, instead of in the wet there, you trap there, in the Allah, before the trap way said, the person no gun again, he don't move. But in anyway, also the trap he said. But the point is, they call for this, and then you push back to this. So you begin to get two sides now. Who side will get for whole fact. So these two facts of method of a campaign, you see, it even translate into the area of the peace. The judge then listen and come, you see even in cast today, what he can talk, an example of whether they elect this, whether they elect this. So they still the blame game in the day because that nature of the one day way they live, and the one day they see the fact in the see. And for can't when you go call, let the priest to come make a peace between them. Where you ask again, say, who side them moral guarantors they are for get guarantee say that they will return the last resort for go say and then where I will get for look to. And at that time moral guarantors and they are some of them before don't be useful. Where then go say you come be next year and a judge and you do this. I don't go say the priest to go become a judge. But these are the people of characters you are looking at how we go able to forget things for let it go in a salon. But it all comes down to how the concept we go get that concept for rule, that idea we go put for let you go get for being an institution. Then you as a leader, how you go relate to the NTR and then the citizens them because of the way you don't come up with message to them when then they listen, you know they work. But the institutions then, now then they cause all this. If APC, they get all this today, and essentially they behave this point, now because of whatever you rely on, now they work the way it for work. But it all comes down to how they get for channel them business, how they get for bring things, now it will help for let it go before. But it is stage where they now still a divided point where then they divide more and more. We don't know the point we will make all man come on board for let it go. Another one that we want, let we see that leader, we will bring that pattern. We will make everybody get on board and carry on. Not to the one way go just bear the pain for let no more you go reach. And that pain we people in the beer, because whenever you see person in the beer pain, that's something unpleasant. Now they get during that process. And either it was unpleasant during the process of these 5 years, and that unpleasant life of pressure, also people can feel how they will able to say that wrong day. Now the question. Let God help the nation. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, us friend.
Yeah, yes, sir. Welcome. Yeah.
One for say thanks to Umar, Ezekiel, us friend, Alpha, and also Usman Toli. We don't try. I believe say one part of them people there don't talk exactly what you want for talk. We left here. We'll come back to my Aya na salon. Eh? Alright. Okay. We'll go there back tomorrow anyway. Because I try for arrange this beat way President Bill they beat APC. Yeah, how they try for arrange. Who said them go do this beating? Eh? If ECSL was prepared for a runoff, can they publish that plan? They've Katie they ask them. This time be a done deal. IGR was saying president will be elected by 67%. How they know? How by then survey? Yes, how by then survey? Then woman gupre. Na not take tell to na woman gupre. Eh? When I don't know say the person they so when they misbehave. That time what the woman forum then if they behave na then gupre. I don't know say president build it there, eh? Okay. No, now wait. Don't forget this alone as sovereign land. I will let you, We'll come back tomorrow, yeah?